He's made the biggest mistake in the company to date, I think.
I was about 20 grand in debt, lost even more than, well, I had nothing anyway, but...
And the respect you lost at that point from people.
Yeah, lost everything, and was in a really bad place.
But you pinch yourself every day and you think, are we meant to be here?
Welcome back to the NatWest Business Show. I'm your host, Angelica Bell, and I am so excited to share the incredible business owners we have lined up for you this season. First up, we have Brad and Sam, who make up the wildly successful Board Builders. Now, they've gone from builders in a van to working in a fully fledged film studio, vlogging relentlessly and presenting an award-winning radio show 5 days a week. They prioritise trust, quality and consistency, which is why they've reached the lofty heights they have. If you want to build a business empire, this episode is for you. Brad, Sam, welcome to the pod. Don't do that.
Wow.
This is true.
I think our job's done. We don't need to say no more. You've done it all for us, didn't you?
Lofty was I like that one.
You like that?
Lofty.
Widely and wow.
Yes. You're going to have worldwide domination.
That's a big ask.
No, listen.
That's a big ask.
We're so glad you're here.
Thank you
for
very
being on the podcast. Now, before we go into your empire and talk about it, I might as well just keep these words big.
Yeah, keep them big.
I always ask our guests about a confession.
Okay.
Confession. So you've got to be honest here. It could be something you feel you should have known before you started off on your journey, or a mistake that you made that helped you get...
He's laughing.
Why are you laughing? You haven't even finished your laugh. Why are you laughing?
No, because he's laughing because he's made the biggest mistake in the company to date, I think. It's only a small one, really, but it's still a big one. It could have been worse.
Go on.
So we done a bit of content with another guy that does social media, but we were paying him on a per video basis. So whatever the video earned, he'd get 50-50.
Rev share, wouldn't it?
So let's just say, for example, it earned $500, right? You would convert that and you would pay the conversion from the dollars to the pounds.
Right.
You get paid in dollars.
Okay.
I paid him in pounds,
So
the dollar amount.
So he got a bigger cut.
So he got a bigger cut.
On our platform. So we grafted the bit of content, and in the depth of it, my man earned more money than we did, and we put more graft into it.
Yeah, but that was the only time I've touched anything with numbers.
And that's why I do the finances. Man can't use a calculator.
There you go. I'm like, was it a big money?
It was big enough.
Yeah, it was big enough. It could have been bigger though, so...
Pay your mortgage at the end of the month, it was big enough.
No!
Yes, that's why you don't do the finances.
But he always messaged me, that guy, asking me
he
more
does.
work. I was like, yeah, keep asking. He keeps asking.
And I deal with Sam.
Yeah.
Another video, but
Yeah,
Sam's doing the
yeah, that's it. Sam will do the money.
You're doing the radio. As a confession.
Yeah. Should we confess the radio?
We're on a blag. We're going to be straight with you. We're on a blag with radio, right? We knew nothing about presenting radio of any sorts. And we turned down the opportunity to present it 4 to 5 times. Nervous, just didn't know if we was going to do it right. And then the carrot sort of got dangled.
Definitely got dangled.
It got tangled, so then we thought we'd give it a go. And we're a year into hosting this national breakfast show now, and I still believe every morning we're blagging. We're blagging. We turn up every day and we do our best, and listen, numbers are doing well, so something's working, but you pinch yourself every day and you think, are we meant to be here?
Yeah.
So why did you take it then?
We got pestered by our radio producer.
Who's our producer now?
4 years ago, whenever it was, 5 years ago. So, come on, boys, I follow you on socials. You boys would be great. So he believed in us to do it. And I think it was the want of saying yes to him. Jack, he's brilliant. And he's a very, very close friend now.
Okay, so I think we need to put the radio show in context. Okay, so let's talk about how Board Builders came about and where your business is now.
10 years ago?
10 years ago. Yeah, 10 years ago.
So we had this website online where we were selling building materials. Sam was in the garage of my house at the time. And we set this system up. We spent 8 years, but we was far too soon to the market. The market's still not there now. And we spent 2 million quid with investors, and we've done about 2 million quid, and we got it to where it was. I nearly sold it to one of the big boys in the industry. They told us to come back a year later with it working. And at this point in time, we wasn't trading, did we? We didn't trade it at all.
Didn't have nothing.
So I said, all right, leave it with me. I'll go out on socials. I'll go back building, because I was off building at the time, to help build the system. I'll go out on social media and I'll create some fun content. Sam, you run the orders from my garage. And within 12 months, we did £1 million. £1 million turnover. We grew 40,000 followers on social media and we turned this money over. And I was sitting there with the CEO of a big company, nearly sold it to him. And my business partner at the time, who was the money man, pulled the plug on the business.
So you had a different business partner then?
We had a business partner then who was funding into our business. He was an older gentleman who had a few quid.
Okay.
So we was the faces of it. We was making it happen on the ground. He was the money man. But we was even though we turned over £1 million, we was hemorrhaging 30 grand a month. We were still hemorrhaging money. We weren't making money because of the cost of Google AdWords at the time and so forth. So when he pulled the plug on us, me and him was left out to dry. This was 7 years ago with nothing. Literally nothing. Bottomed out. Completely bottomed out. I was in the mother-in-law's back garden with 4 kids in a caravan.
Right.
And I had a nice car at the time, which I paid for the year before, and I had it in my dream car. I had to sell it for half the money. Bought a caravan for my wife and my kids to live in. Bought her a little car to run around with, and we had 800 quid left. So I set up a van for Sam to go and buy, and he come back with a black Jag, of all things.
We was travelling quite far every single day to work.
We're builders, Sam.
Yeah.
We're builders, and we've got to do a job, and you come back with a black Jag.
In my defence, all the tools were on the job. So all we had to do was drive to the job.
So you wanted to drive to the job in style?
Yeah, but
It weren't even in style.
Oh, was it even a good
it
Jag?
was a
No, it was
beaten up
bad,
Jag.
yeah. It was 800 quid worth of Jag.
You ain't buying a Jag for 800 quid with anything good. The
But
tyres weren't even good.
The van I went for was not in a good way. And the guy said, I've got this Jag. And I was like, to be fair, we're travelling quite far. I'll take it. So then I drove home in a black Jag.
I'll never let him forget it.
Okay, so I'm just trying to get everything, all the jigsaw pieces
Yeah,
together.
yeah.
You two are friends.
Yep.
You've known each other.
I'm South London boy. I moved down to West Sussex 12 years. So 12 years. So
Okay.
as soon as I moved down.
So 12 years you've known each other.
Yep.
You've both been builders since.
I've been builder since I was 13 years of age. Left school at 12. I started on the roofs when I was 13, paying a bit of rent to my mum. And then I went back to college when I was 15 and learnt the art of plastering. And I've been self-employed ever since from the age of 17.
I done 2 years at college as a Sparky and then gave that up and started doing sales. And then within that period, Brad was launching the website for the builders. So then I started doing the sales.
So you've got different skills that you came together and you thought,
Yeah.
we see a gap in the market. You became friends. We're like, how can we make money or set up a business? Did you think we want to set up a business? Was it something like that, or we just want to make money?
So when we first started, and it was this website, it was all about the website and driving traffic to this website to make money. Then we found that the attention we got on socials, and at this point, it's only 40,000 followers, mind you. But this is 9 years ago. So we was one of the first to market within the construction industry to create builder-based social media content. So that's why it was so new and so fresh. When the money man pulled the plug on the business,
Right.
we went underground. We had to go back building. So we spent the next 18
With the
months
Jag?
With the Jag.
Right, I'm
Me and
getting
Sam.
it now. I'm getting it now.
So me and Sam went back building them for about 18 months with the Jag,
Right.
feeling sorry for ourselves, really.
I wasn't. I was driving the Jag.
I
was all right.
I was smoking this Jag about.
I was all right.
I'm skint, but I got a Jag.
Yeah.
Literally skint as
And
well.
I'll tell you how skint we was. In the Jag this was as well. This is how skint we was at the time. We would door knock. I remember door knocking on this one fella's house, asking to clean his gutter out for 50 quid. And he said, nah. He said, I don't need it cleaned. We went back 4 times.
Did he
Four
say
times.
yes? In
No.
No.
No, but the full arc of that story is last year I nearly bought an house next door to the man. But it fell through the house and I bought something else. But yeah, that's how skint we was. We were splitting 50 quid.
So this is an interesting one. So to talk about someone who's investing in you, in your business, so this guy.
Yeah.
You know, you must have felt like he'd pulled the rug under you.
Well, yeah, but he
Yeah, how
learnt
did
me
you
so
feel
much.
with that?
Yeah, but he learnt me so much. So I was in business with this guy for 8 years. He taught me how to be a people's person. And he taught me the art of getting the best out of people without getting the best out of them, without them even knowing that you're getting the best out of them. And it was all about respect and gratitude. And I learnt that from him. So when he pulled the plug on it, there weren't no bitterness.
No.
It was like it didn't work for him because there was personal issues.
Right.
So it just didn't work. And we was the runt and the litter at the time because we were still hemorrhaging money. So at that point in time, I just took it as a life lesson, another life lesson that we've gone through. And to be fair, it was a blessing. Although it bottomed us out, it took the comfort blanket away. And it gave me hunger.
Hunger. So you went and grafted.
Yeah, grafted.
18 months.
Grafted, double shifting. So we was out building. So we grafted for 18 months back building up the pot and whatever else. We were just splitting days' monies. We weren't earning nothing pretty.
No.
Like I said, some days we're splitting 50 quids.
We was painting fences in the snow just to try and get paid off the job.
Because we needed to pay, I was paying my mother-in-law rent for the garden space I was renting at the time.
What, in the caravan?
Yeah, because we had all the kids there using her a bit of it. I was hooked up in her electric in the kitchen window. I was emptying the toilet out from the caravan in her toilet every morning. So we had to pay our way a little bit. So we was earning money, doing this and whatever else. And then it got to a point where some boys come in and they liquid flow screed it's called, and they screeded the floor for us on a job.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm a plasterer. So when I watched them do it, they earned $2,000 off me and they was gone by 12 o'clock. And me and Sam stood there on this big project we was working on. I watched them do it. And we earned some profit out of this last job we was done. And I said, Sam, instead of splitting the profit, let's invest and set ourselves up as flow screeders. So we did. So we set up Frank's flow screed, Frank being my youngest son at the time. And I said to him at that point, turn on the socials, because we didn't delete the page. We had the page at 40,000 followers, but it was dormant for 18 months. So we turned on the page, and the first video, do you remember it?
Yeah. Brad went to get milk for 2 years. Was the video.
The first video was him. We had a van at this point. Fast forward a little bit.
Yeah.
We're in a van now. He's sitting in the van. I walked past with a pint of milk. Brad, where you been? I said, I went out to get a pint of milk. You've been 18 months. I said, I'm back now. You ready? And that was the start.
So you created a story
Arc to it while we was gone. And it was all about going out to get a pint of milk. And that was the story arc to coming back and hitting socials. And then within a year, we hit 1 million followers. And the content changed, because before it was me and Sam messing about me and the other guys doing builder prank stuff.
Mm.
Sam was behind the scenes. When we come back, it was about mine and Sam's friendship and the dynamic with me, Sam, and my wife. Because there's 3 of us, me, Sam, and my wife. We're the 3 partners in the business. She plays a massive role in this.
Yeah, she's
the boss. She's the governor. She is the governor. I've been with her since I was 12 years of age. So we got together when we was 12, split up when I left school at 13, full-time since we were 17. She's the governor. She keeps everything in track. She allows us a little bit of rain.
Yeah.
But when she thinks we're testing the water, she pulls it back a little bit and says, calm down. I think that'd be a better route rather than that.
Do you think, I mean, this is really interesting that, you're in a trade, building, you don't usually hear that. Do you think social media is vital now for your business, or people who want to succeed in their business, to almost to give them a different angle to what they're doing and show an insight into this world? Because it is fascinating. I mean, people grafters, you've got skills. I mean, I'm getting my house renovated at the moment.
You see it then, yeah.
And I see what,
Are they vlogging?
No, but I'm putting them on my social media.
Yeah.
But they've got banter, and I don't have time to do it. But
Yeah.
they've got banter, they've got art, they've got skill. And the amount of people that message me go, oh, those guys are great, amazing. And then they go, oh, and their work's brilliant.
The industry's changed now since 2 years.
Yeah, about 2
In the last 2 years, the industry on social media for trades has changed. Everyone is on social media because they're on social media and they're accounted for, because the client can see that they're doing it day in, day out. And it's regular, and the boys that are doing it regular and are posting every day, all of a sudden they're winning big jobs.
And if they've seen them on socials and they followed them for a couple of months, as soon as that tradesman goes to your house, you feel like you've known them.
Yeah.
Because you've been watching them for the past 2 months, 3 months, however long it's been. You already know who they are before they've entered your house.
Yeah.
So you're already your foot's already in the door without even having to knock on it.
Yeah, but do you know what I mean? If you're coming on my job,
yeah,
you better get on with the job.
You better get on with it. Yeah, but that's the hardest bit, because what people think is, you spend all your day on social media posting videos. You see 10 minutes of our day on social media. We post 3 videos a day. Yeah, most videos are 5 minutes long, let's say. You're seeing 15 minutes. What goes on for the next 12 hours?
Yeah.
And that's a general builder's life. Most builders are working 12-hour days, aren't they? 10 to 12-hour days now. So
what's the craziest thing you've done on your social media?
We stuck a skip upside down. So we built a scaffold tower. This is a promo video, and this won us a year's contract. We built a scaffold tower. We stuck a skip upside down, and then drove a £200,000 Lamborghini underneath it. Removed the props to see if this glue held up this skip, and it worked. But we was pantsing it.
Yeah,
legit.
It was like the first proper bit.
Okay, what would you have done if it had gone wrong?
We'd have been in trouble. We've been back building full time again.
I'd be like, I've got a job for you boys. I need you.
The page would have gone again.
You know what, though? The funny thing is, right, they won us a year's contract. We took the chance.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. So what's next for the Board Builders?
So we're just full circle, lost everything. This year, well, just gone December, bought a house, family house, just developed it.
What do you mean, lost everything?
I was bottomed out. I had £1 million worth of properties and I skinted out. So 7 years ago, when I say I had 800 quid for a Jag, I had 800 quid for a Jag.
Okay, fine.
But go fast forward now from that point, earned a couple of quid when I was younger, bought properties, etc., and I've done all right building them, developing them. I had over £1 million worth of property before I was 24. I was a millionaire on paper. We then lose it. We're on this journey now of trying to get it back. Fast forward 7 years from that point, we're back in a nice house. Sam's got his nice house. We're at the start and we're talking about buying another property, which we then use as a prop for building.
Okay, so you've had your ups and downs.
Oh, you could say that, yeah.
Yeah.
And the downs
Learned from. They're blessings. Every down to me has been a blessing because without that down, I wouldn't have learned because I'm uneducated. I didn't go to college. I did plastering at college one day a week, but I'm a siteman. I'm on site. I'm very uneducated as a man when it comes to pen and paper. I'm full of life skills. And I'm
But then
also
some
full
people
of
might
blessings.
say then you're educated.
I'm educated in life.
Street smart.
I'm very street smart. You know, growing up on the streets and whatever else. I know how to earn a pound note. And being that I lost it, I know how to hold on to it this time. And I ain't losing it again. I won't lose it again for my wife and my children.
So for people listening who are business owners or in the trade, I mean, that's one piece of advice. I think that's a thread from what you're saying today, isn't it?
Yeah.
Keep on.
Keep on
going.
keeping on. And do you know what it is? And I always say it. You got to keep blessing people to be blessed because your blessings will stop the moment you stop blessing people. So every year we do something. So for the last 3 years at Christmas, we've given back to 250 plus children. And we dressed up as Father Christmas. And we did this grotto during COVID. And it was totally free because every grotto got cancelled. So we hosted it in the rain. We got a transit van. We built a grotto on the back of it. We had the council out. We had the police out. They monitored the streets and we gave back to 250 plus children.
You had a queue right up the high street.
It was crazy. And we've done something every year. And we do it weekly. You know, we bless people weekly without even doing it socially.
Yeah.
Because it ain't about that. We bless because we want to keep being blessed. We're selfish like that. Don't get me wrong. We want to keep being blessed because I want to give my wife and my children a life that I never had. But I'm a strong believer that to be blessed, you've got to give the blessings.
So you've had to take these risks and gambles and, put yourselves out there to make money, to be able to do that. What would you say some of the mistakes you've made along the way?
You went for a bit, didn't you?
Yeah, I've made several mistakes. I got into a lot of gambling debt. And
4 years ago?
Yeah, about 4 years ago. I was about 20 grand in debt. Lost even more than, I had nothing anyway, but...
And the respect you lost at that point from people.
Yeah, lost everything and was in a really bad place, but obviously having Brad there, Ree, the boss...
and your family, your mum and sisters.
Yeah, everyone together, family together, obviously got me through it, but it taught me so much. Like at the time, it was just sort of going through like in your head, and you've got to come away from that to then sort of realise what was going on, and ended up in a load of debt. Ended up in.
Did that impact the business or
no?
Because this was during COVID, so as a blessing, we weren't we weren't building at the time. We was doing social media. We weren't allowed to do social media. So as a blessing, Sam was able to have 3 months away from the camera, and then I took charge, and that's when I introduced the family into the content.
Right.
It went bang. We still did the video remotely, an odd little bit, but it went bang. I introduced the wife and the children, and then people fell in love. And it gave him enough time to clear his nut.
Recover.
And hats off to this boy. He just bought a place, right? So what I mean by that, 20 grand's worth of debt in 4 years. He's cleared his debt off. He's saved a deposit up. Got his finances right, got the tax man right, because you couldn't have got a mortgage without getting that right.
No, yeah.
And now he's sitting pretty, and we're in the middle of doing his place up for him, and it's going to look amazing when it's done. And that is just grit. Yeah, he got my support, of course, and we saved it, and we done work to get. But to dig deep to pull himself out of that, it felt the same with me when I lost everything, when I lost that £1 million worth of houses. You get that bit in your stomach,
yeah.
And that's why we're such a great team. because we will both never give up.
So another tip you've got then is when you're going to do business with people you trust and you've got your
100%.
Yeah.
Because when we started socials, we was building 7 days a week, doing socials 7 days a week, and not getting paid from socials, no brand deals, no radio. We was working 20-hour days until the time happened where it went ding and a switch happened. And all of a sudden we're getting paychecks and we're working, and then the building can go away.
But this is the thing about socials, isn't it? People see the glamour and they don't know about the graft.
People out there, isn't it? People on site, socials is the best thing for me because it's done me very well. It's the worst thing as well because it's so fake. People on social media will pretend they've got this perfect life, their perfect relationship, their perfect children. No. I film my kids screaming and shouting because that's reality.
That's what happens.
I film the fact that I've lost everything and I don't care. And he films the fact that he's had debt problems. So what? So what? Tell me an household that ain't had drama. Tell me, I don't speak to my mum, I don't speak to my dad. I do my mum a little bit now, but I didn't. We have rows. Who don't?
It's family. That's what happens.
It's what it is, man.
You're so interesting, both of you. I'm sitting there like, nice. I want to go for a beer with you. I'm like,
Yeah, come on.
Yeah, that's what it's about.
it's time to interrupt the podcast with trending takes. Okay, now our team have scoured the web for topics, tweets, and other talking points, and we've written some statements down about business, and we want to know what you think about it. So, are you happy with that?
Yeah, of course. Whatever you say goes. You're the boss.
No, your wife is. Right. The best marketing advice is to build trust over time.
Well, that's building a brand, isn't it? Because marketing's instant. Sales are instant. Building a brand takes time.
Okay. Treat your network as you would family.
100%.
That's what we do daily, yeah.
100%.
Everyone's part of it. We're called the Bald Family.
Yeah.
Everyone knows us as the Bald Family for that reason. Anyone that works with us comes on holiday with us. So when we had a family holiday...
Where are we going?
There we go. There we go. We went on a big family holiday last year and we took the guys with us. And it was all about celebrating that together.
And that's how you keep loyalty. If you
100%. And don't hide it from them. Let them know what you're charging, what you're earning. Be straight with them. We're on less money than some of them.
Okay. A good business owner is never content with what they have.
Speaks the truth, doesn't it? Do you know what it is? I'm trashed to death of losing it again.
Yeah.
Trashed to death of losing it again. So therefore, I just work as hard as I can every day to try and hold on to it. Because I'm so nervous and I don't know how quick it can go. Just like that.
That ends trending takes. Really appreciate that. And if you're watching this podcast on YouTube, we would love to know what you think in the comments. So do get in contact. Okay, so let's talk about the building side. I know that you're going to be doing that for yourselves now. That's where you see yourselves. You know, you set yourselves up and you want to build your portfolio again and work for yourselves. Also, you've got the vlogging and your radio show, which is brilliant for people in trade. But when dealing with people's homes, I imagine in the past, customers have been quite demanding. So, what advice would you give to the trade and people still doing it? And you might do it again. Like you said, you don't know what will happen.
Well, to be honest...
How would you deal with it? What advice have you got?
Well, the last 7 months, I've basically worked for my wife. Because it's my wife's house, all right? So she's my client.
Yeah.
So I can talk first hand now.
So can I. Trust me.
You got to win the wife over. You got to win the family. If we always do this, whenever we went to price a job or worked on a job, we would win the room. And what I mean by that is if they got children, we'd win the children. When you take children, when you go and choose an house or you choose whatever, you ask for the children's 6 cents. What do you think of the house? They go in there, they're happy. Oh, I like this. They go in there, scream and shout. You walk out. It's like a restaurant. Same thing. So we like to go into a job and try and win that room. And that's with the children. If it's Christmas, we take gifts. If it's Easter, we take eggs. Birthdays, we take presents. So straight away, 100% on every job.
And always get them involved with using the tools.
Show them.
Giving you a hand.
Show them. Learn them a little bit. You're right. Are they not being not being a bother. I've got 5 children myself. Not a problem.
Yeah.
So we spend a little time with them.
Because it's personal. When people come into your home...
Mate, they can see everything. Your drawers and everything. They're there. I mean by the drawers.
Yeah. Not
you. That was you, cuz. That was you. You went there, not me. Drawers.
But it's personal. So you want the people coming into your home to be part of that environment.
And respect it, yeah? So obviously cleanness. Unfortunately, not all trades are. And this is what I think the mentality, where we was different. We would spend 2 hours at the end of every day and clean.
If we finished at 5, we'd finish at 7
Clean.
because we was tidying.
Because my wife would say to me, did you leave the house clean? That my wife, shoes off at the door. Even when they say to you, no, leave your shoes on. No. I've been brought up well. I wear 2 pairs of socks for a reason. And that's what I do. I wear 2 pairs of socks every day.
That's another story.
That's another story, but I do.
No, go on.
No, I don't leave the house without 2 pairs of socks. I feel awkward.
Really?
Yeah.
Strange.
He thinks it's strange. I think it's normal.
That's not.
What's wrong with that?
No one ever...
I'm trying to think. Because, well, if you start walking and then it's a bit dirty, you can take the other one off and you
Well,
can...
not
No.
even for that reason,
He
to
just
be honest.
wears 2 pairs of socks.
I don't feel comfortable with 1 pair of socks on. I think it stems from when I was younger, 13 on a building site. You wear a pair of sports socks
Yeah.
and then a pair of football socks for your boots. And ever since then, it's stuck with me. And then now I've got 2 pairs on now, cousin. I'm doing a podcast.
Anywhere, on holiday.
Okay, so I guess another lesson that I'm picking up from you is about having balance.
Mm-hmm.
So hard to get as well, Work-life balance is so difficult to get. So we don't go out partying. We don't go to events with other social media people. We don't cross that line. We're not interested in that. We're on our journey. We're not on this flash, glitz and glamour journey. We need to earn a living and we need to provide for our family.
And build your brand.
And build our brand. And I wrote it down a long time ago and we've tried quite a lot of things. The Ball brand will be a household name at some point. I don't know what for, and I still don't know what for. But we tapped into the cartoon market and we did animations. And we had the Ball Builders cartoons. They're brilliant. They're on YouTube. They're great to watch. But it just didn't kick off. We spent 50 grand on that in animations. We had an animator every day sitting there animating cartoons that we'd voice over. That was the best thing ever because my children was voicing over their own cartoon.
And they had their own character.
But our audience weren't ready for it. One day we may bring that back. I don't know.
So when I said empire at the start and you laughed.
Yeah, because no. Listen, we're blaggers. We're on the blag.
Yeah.
Right? And we've got a gift from God, and that's to talk a load of rubbish.
Let's do some rapid fire questions.
Chuck it at Sam first.
Who's going to go first?
Sam.
Brad.
Who is your business inspiration?
My wife.
Oh, I love you too. What advice, Sam, would you give your younger selves?
Don't be stupid with money. Believe what they say about...
the house always wins.
Yeah. Keep it in your pocket.
What do you most enjoy about owning and running your own business?
The freedom. I like the freedom to be our own people, to make our own decisions, and to be able to take a gamble on ourselves. Because the best person to gamble on is your own self. If you're going to do gambling, gamble on yourself. Don't gamble on the house.
Okay. One thing nobody's talking about in business that they should be.
Social media. Then
I was just about to say, yeah.
How to use social media properly and get the best out of it for what you're doing on your social media.
It's got to fit for you, innit?
I speak to a lot of boys that are in the building trade, and I've helped them with how they run their social media and how they even earn money because they never knew, like we never knew. So I've passed that knowledge on to them, and now they're earning money.
How do you stay motivated during tough times? Yeah, that's a good one for you. Come on.
Yeah.
What made you want to turn it around when you were broke?
The fact that I couldn't let him down, the family down, everything that we built, I couldn't let that down because I could have quite easily just gone to ground and never been seen again in what we was doing. But the loyalty to the family and the business and everything we've done sort of dragged me through and kept me striving. And obviously I've always wanted to be successful. So that always was in my back of my mind.
So that dream was always there?
That dream was always there. It never went.
What's your favourite part of being an entrepreneur?
Do you know what? Not knowing how much money you're going to make tomorrow. Because that's social media.
Mm-hmm.
There's no hourly rate. There's no fixed rate. And you don't know, you could put the same video out tomorrow and the same one out in a month's time and they'd do different numbers. We put one video out 2 years ago and it got 220 million views. Earned us £250,000.
That one post?
4-minute video. We ain't had one since, but that one video, and then we invested that and bought our calf.
You got a calf?
Coffee drive-through.
Why don't you tell me
My
that?
daughter runs it. We've got a coffee drive-through, garden centre calf. Mother-in-law, daughter run it. They work on that.
So from your success as a business, you've got offshoots?
Yeah, and we employ all the family. So my son get his NI number next week. He can't wait to get on the books.
Yeah, he's back on.
My daughter's on the books. She's halfway buying her house now. She saved out. So they live at home for free, but I make her save a good proportion of her wages. So she's halfway to a deposit for her first house. She's 19. By the age of 20, she'll be on the market. My Teddy starts when he's 16. By the time he's 18, he'll have his first house. He's staying at home until they got it, so they can save it. I never had that opportunity. We're giving it to the children.
Where can people follow you online to know more about you and your madcap business?
Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube.
And I got to say, props to him. He runs every social media. I don't post nothing.
All of them.
I don't post nothing.
No, he doesn't.
We've got 3.5+ million followers. YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, multiple pages, not just the ball builder stuff. We've got other pages. And Sam posts and runs all of that. I run the business. I deal predominantly with the content with the family.
Yeah, paperwork. He'll shoot the content with the family, but then obviously...
And I'll just give it to Sam, and then Sam uploads and every post. Don't do posts. He's mad.
He's never...
He's the
So
brain
this
behind
again,
social.
so this is another thing. If you're in partnership,
The
know your
dynamic.
strengths and weaknesses.
Yeah, 100%.
It's no good being in partnership with two of the same people because all you do is clash and
Yeah.
headbutt each other. I've been there.
Yeah.
Two people striving for the same thing, you clash and headbutt each other. That's the difference.
He's good with the paperwork and I do the socials.
He's ruthless with money.
Yeah.
We'd be bankrupt tomorrow if he was in control of the purse.
Not anymore, not anymore.
Brad and Sam, thank you. You've been incredible, and I really appreciate your honesty and openness because that's how people learn.
Yeah.
That's it, mate. That's how you got to learn, isn't you? You got to speak open, be honest, and also when you get around a table at dinner time with your family and your wife, your husband, whatever it is, don't hide it. Don't hide what you're going through. Me and my wife were open, and we talk about what's going on, what moves we're making next, and because of that, it's where we are today. Because before. The reason we lost it probably is because I was that guy who was out and I was doing what I needed, and she didn't know half the stuff I was getting on with.
We're very good at hiding things.
Who?
Like people in general.
Oh,
we're
people
very
in
good at
general.
hiding
I was going to
things.
say, I've heard about double socks.
You don't know about the boxers, cuz. I've had two of them.
Two as well, yeah.
Oh, they were joking.
Oh, listen, good luck on your
Thank you.
worldwide domination.
We're sticking where we are, thank you. We're happy where we are.
Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you, Don.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you. And to those of you listening, thank you. Don't forget to hit follow and subscribe to keep up to date with the next episode and the wonderful story of business success. As always, if today's episode has positively impacted and inspired you, head over to the NatWest website for information and tools that can help you take those next steps to success. Thank you and see you on the next episode.